Recently, at the 2026 summer release, Airbnb announced its expansion into boutiques hotels. Basically, it's adding thousands of boutiques and independent hotels through 20 major global destinations such as New York, Rome, Paris, and London, just to encourage people to stay within the platform ecosystem. But what they are basically doing is just adding existing and independent owned third parties properties into its marketplace. However, I researched the most negative feedback people have about Airbnb, not just to talk bad about them, obviously, but actually the opposite, to transform this bad negative feedback into something extremely beautiful for them and for people around the world that will not just eliminate all of these negative feedbacks, but also give Airbnb the possibility to ride this wave of the future living, this new era of wellness real estate market that is valued $876 billion and is projected to reach by 2030 the $1.8 trillion. So stay with me here. But first I want to show you quickly what are these actual complaints that people have about Airbnb so we can transform them and I can show you the vision that I have about this. So first major complaint is hidden fees. So people complain that you book a room for $100, but after cleaning fees, service fees, and local taxes, you pay $200. So that's what they are complaining. The price you may be listing is 100 and then at the checkout is going to be doubled. So that's one of the complaint. Second complaint is checkout chores. So being forced to strip beds, mop floors, and take out the trash before checking out. That's one of the major complaint. Third complaint is broken amenities. So arriving to find the hot tub is broken, the gym is a single rusted dumbbell, and the Wi-Fi is down, and that's actually a major complaint. Then we have surveillance anxiety and strict rules. So there are creepy hosts sometimes monitoring your every move via Ring cameras, locking the thermostat at 75 degrees and banning guests. I don't know, I mean, this is my research online, so I guess this is part of the complaint that it could be very possible, and then we have crushing social isolation. So checking into a suburban house and not speaking to a single human soul for 2 weeks, resulting in intense travel burnout. That's another complaint. Plus, I find out that they are actually complaining about the short-term staying. So apparently, they are looking for a place where they can stay longer, so more than a month, for example. Okay, so those are major complaints. So why I'm showing you all this negative feedback? Because this negative feedback is gold. And what I am about to say will eliminate all of these complaints and, in my opinion, is one of the greatest moves that Airbnb can make right now. What if Airbnb would create its own wellness residential co-living communities around the world? So before getting a little deeper into it, let me tell you what this wellness community residential space is that is literally becoming the future of living, the future of wellness real estate. So wellness residential co-living communities basically are shared housing developments designed specifically to improve your physical, mental, and social health. So they combine private living spaces with shared amenities centered around well-being. Now, these private spaces could be residential towers, independent villas, low-rise blocks, converted mansion, eco-villages, and townhouse clusters. Some key characteristics are you can have basically your own private apartment. So you will have bathroom, your kitchen, and everything you need in your apartment. But you can also have shared amenities like community kitchen, gyms and gardens, healthy infrastructures, like advanced air and water filtration systems. Those are just small example. Biophilic design, so natural materials, plants and sunlight. Social connection when to combat loneliness, and on-site services like access to yoga, meditation and nutritionists. So basically imagine like a small city within a city, okay? Think about the blue zone the US is working on. Think about how Dubai is revolutionizing this wellness residential co-living spaces. All of this concept basically is what the wellness residential community co-living space is. Here is my vision about a potential Airbnb wellness residential community living. So they could do two different things. One is creating a chain, so where everything is the same in every countries, or even much more interesting and even better is they could build standard residential building that reflect the country's history and architecture style. For example, in Sri Lanka, Thailand or Vietnam, the residential spaces could be designed in harmony with local traditions, aesthetics, architecture. How fantastic it would be if in every country they would build a residential community space that reflect that where you feel that you are living in that country, okay? So that's what they could do. Second, they can incorporate a wide range of services within their residential buildings, allowing residents to book anything they need during their stay, from excursion to food delivery and other offerings similar to Airbnb. Within that space, the residential community living, they can do everything that Airbnb offers within that space. Okay, they could establish their own gyms that align with the modern wellness movement, featuring popular sports like paddle and pickleball while using new AI technologies. They could include also sauna, cold plunge pools, and healthy snack bars within the residential communities. What they could also do, they could create spaces for meditation and yoga, outdoors workout, community gatherings, co-working areas, event spaces, meeting rooms, and webinar facilities. Okay? What else? They could create they could build healthy shops located just outside the residences. Okay? So imagine like a city within a city, right? Now, what else? Their overall design would prioritize naturalistic settings with views of the ocean or beach within a tranquil forest area, promoting relaxation and a healthy lifestyle while fostering connection among like-minded individuals. Of course, where are you going to build all this wellness residential? In the middle of the chaotic city? Nope. In a tranquil, calm area overlooking nature, the beach, the ocean, forest, whatever it is. Okay, that's huge, guys. And also, additionally, they could offer long-term rental options for those interested in extended stays. So not just for tourists that want to stay 1, 2, 3 weeks, but also considering all the digital nomads, all the entrepreneurs, all the people that are working from home. They can travel whenever they want, wherever they want, and they can move and live in other countries. This is huge. So you may now thinking how all of these ideas can fix and eliminate all these negative feedbacks. Because imagine, by Airbnb moving away from third-party properties and rules and whatever, they could have their own residential, their own buildings, and they can control everything. That will eliminate every single complaint that people have about the platform today. Basically, look how the opposite of the negative feedbacks are actually the key to unlock the greatest success. Now, let me show you quickly how this complaint can become the opposite. So That's how these ideas of building their own wellness residential communities will eliminate all of this complaining, because they will have all the control on their hands. For example, when we spoke about hidden fees, when people were booking a room for $100 and then paying $200 at the checkout for adding fees that they couldn't see. Now, with this new idea, because they have the control of everything, they have total price transparency. You pay one flat, predictable monthly or weekly rate, no surprise cleaning fees, no service fees. Your room, your utilities, your high-speed internet, and your access to all wellness facilities are bundled into one clear price. Okay, now they can control this. The checkout chores, okay, when people were needed to mop the floor, take the trash out, what is going to happen here is that now there are zero chores, because Airbnb owns and operates the community infrastructure. Professional hospitality staff handle deep cleaning. Your only job upon checkout is to pack your bags and focus on your onward journey. That's it. Boom, done. Broken amenities, okay? There are no problems. They're guaranteed now. High tire infrastructure, because it is a purpose-built community. You know exactly what you're getting before you land. Commercial grade recovery zone, ice bath, sauna, whatever you want to get there. Professional grade co-working spaces, okay? So great Wi-Fi internet and spaces that look actually like they list the photos, okay? So look how you can eliminate all of this complaint by owning your own residential community space. Then the next was the anxiety and strict rule, right? So now you have total privacy and personal freedom. You live under community guidelines designed by adults, not petty house rules written by paranoid landlords. Smart room tech let you customize your own climate, lighting, and sleep environment thanks to the new technology without anyone watching over your shoulders. Okay, and then we have crushing social isolation. Now you are building true community with people online with what you truly are. So instant intentional belonging. You aren't just renting a room. You are joining a group of digital nomads, remote creators, and wellness enthusiasts. The space is structurally built around communal kitchen for group dinners, yoga decks for morning routines, shared spaces designed specifically to trigger organic connection, and that's it. And also, you have the control of what people were complaining about short staying. Now you can make your own rules, your own prices. You can decide if they can rent a room even for a year, 6 months, whatever it is. You can do whatever you want. Can you now see what I'm talking about? Now, I am making this video not to talk bad about Airbnb. It's actually the opposite. Airbnb is a big company with a current market capitalization of $84.52 billion according to the web, and also we all know Airbnb, right? I just gave my personal vision on how Airbnb can expand into something greater by impacting the world positively, by giving a healthy way of living, connecting people, but also follow the new future of wellness real estate. I love making this video because I use my vision that goes outside the box. I predict what is going to happen, I research deeply, I connect the dots, and I come up with my solution, with my vision, and I love to share this. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this idea, if it will benefit Airbnb and the people around the world, but also become a free member on my Patreon account. I'll leave the link in the description below, where we can connect, we can chat, and we can build a community where we can share all of this and much more. So click the link below, leave a comment, and see you in the next one. Bye.